You may ask yourself, why do I give this such a lower rating? Well, because I just don't like Vanisha, okay? But this is me, the angry anime fan, the despair reviewer, and yes, this is the review of Black Clover chapter 295. First of all, I want to say a color page, but it's not necessarily a color page as it is the Black Clover gang dressed in all black. But there's Njami has his back turned in that picture. Is that meant to symbolize something bad? Please don't kill him off. But yeah, I am the Anger Anime fan, and although I mostly just review Eden Zero, as the fight as last week with two fighters that wants to protect Loro Pikia and defeat Megicula the most appeared. As Gaia tries to restrain Loro Pikia, Vanisha is just so very excited of it all. But it's during this time, though, that Noelle actually shows a very surprising scene, and that is that she now wields Undine. Going back to the flashback when she trained with the Sanctuary Tree, another power was blessed upon Noelle during that time, and that was Undine, because when she was cursed by Megicula's power, the contract with she had with Loropekia was actually dissolved, and therefore she ended up in another one with equally strong, because that seems to be the case of spirits users. Yeah, spirits does seem to have a will of their own. Even Sylph implied that she just didn't want to leave Juno, but had to if he died. Although it more implied that she just don't want to leave him because she has a crush on him and all that stuff. But it's due implying that should a user die or something be cursed or whatever, then the spirit has no other choice but to find another one who is just as equally worthy. And that is a natural cycle of things. Nothing can stop that thing. So that is just how it is. And therefore, she ended up in Noelle. Although she's not exactly very friendly with Noelle, as it turns out that they quite have a bit of a rivalry and are always argumenting about each other. However, despite all of this, it's the spirit of the tree, Elysium, whatever, actually reveals another thing that she actually should have revealed a long time ago, but I guess this was sort of implied when Juno actually managed to hurt Zenon. Sorry for all those plinging. And that is the fact that arcane drives are one of the ways to finish off the devil possessed. However, here now Sonali says that the saint stage can do it too, which is the official name of those that actually can merge with a spirit. And apparently Fuego Leon can do this too. Although I mean, Spiritos, we haven't seen Fuego Leon getting very serious in this war, and that's one of the wastes of this arc. But then it turns out that Loropekia could never use the spirit stage, and why was that? Well, simply, she was just too kind, which is actually a very heartwarming situation. Undine recalled long ago when she hit off with the first queen of the Heart Kingdom and made her the host, and then she decided to always protect the kingdom because she liked the people, showing that Undine is quite caring. And then she met Loropekia. Actually, this also seems to confirm that Loropekia is not the daughter of the last queen. Because if I read this correctly, it says something like this. Ever since she was small, she had vast magic, and she was immediately qualified to be the next ruler. This implies that the queen is not by royal blood, but someone who is picked up not only by Undine, but also the one with the strongest sense of power. At least that seems to be the case here. And that one will, in the end, inherit the powers of the other queens. Because she was also the only princess that could not learn a single attacking spell. She was just that kind. And that's what Undine always wanted to protect. She never wanted the child to ever become someone who could learn an attacking speech. She wanted to protect her. But now, with Megicula taking her over, that is now impossible. And maybe she was wrong. However, Noelle's saying that Not telling her about the same states may have been a mistake, but protecting her her for being too kind was not, and that's just one of the affections. So with that, they get a new resolve together, and that is, even though they may not always get along, they do have a common goal, and that is to protect Loropicia. So they will defeat them all. Of course, Vanisha just laughs in this situation, saying that she has freed Loropicia now with attacking spells, since, well, she's controlling her. As Vanisha is still on just blabbering about enjoying of everything else, we also see that despite being cursed, Loropicia is still shedding tears, showing she is in an I must scream moment. She can see everything that is happening and she cannot control it. And Noel, having enough of Loropicia's madness as well as his selfishness, and not to mention quite literally her sociopathy about always saying that don't let it at this end too fast and show me a good time. Suddenly, she tells Vanisha to shut her mouth, and for the first time, well, not the first time, but for once, the bloodthirsty demon possessed actually shows genuine fear in her eyes. Or maybe not genuine fear, but this is genuine, the biggest amount of surprise she has ever done. Noelle tired of her crap, and to be honest, I am also tired of her crap. Enters a spirit drive mode, which is Saint Valkyrie armor, which does not look that much different from her Valkyrie armor. Well, except one thing. Okay. How I don't even know how to describe this armor, to be honest. But the only way I can describe it is the modesty just went down even more. If you thought the Valkyrie armor in when she wasn't wearing the original dress was quite well, provocative, this one seems to is so provocative. We can see all her bare legs, almost all the way to her butt, and I'm just wondering if she and the skirt is so short it's barely not even a skirt shielding it at all, and she gets long wings, both a crown on her head as well as long watery wings, and now also wields a bladed weapon similar to when Juno wielded one. Now fully serious, the well, what can you say? The Princess of Water has united with the Water Spirit, this time aiming to defeat Megicula and Vanisha once and for all. The question is, though, can they do it? I still want Gordon to appear here and show his curses and actually weaken everything else, but as long as Vanisha is defeated, that's fine with me. Also, there's something else that's pretty strange about this, and that is, according to the chapter, we will not get next chapter until June 20th, possibly implying that we're not gonna get a Black Clover chapter next week. Although that has not yet to be said into the into the next chapter release, whatever. But either way, that's basically that chapter. What can I say? Noelle is still best girl, and I love to see her transformation and all the things that she is deadly serious. She has probably never been this threatening before, and I mean threatening of the fact that now she means business, and now this one needs to shut up, and now nothing will stand in her way to deliver karma on this bitch. But again, I would also still like Gordon to appear and show his curse repelling and everything. But as long as she kills Vanisha, that will be fine with me. I am seriously sick of seeing her face. She's a bad character, she's a bad everything, and I just do not simply like her. So, but I do love Noelle. And I don't slander Loropicia for being too kind. No. In fact, kindness is not a weakness. We need kindness in this world. Otherwise, all these bad things will lose. All those bad things will win, and the good things will lose. So give me your thoughts if you have any.